My name is TJ, and for the last couple days I've been deep diving into the roadmap for Blood Trail. The roadmap has been out on their Discord for a while, but since I'm noticing not everyone's up to speed, let me fill you in. If you've got any questions for the devs after this video, drop them in the comments. Maybe, just maybe, I can get like a little interview going with the devs, but you know, I need you guys' support for that, so leave a comment for your questions. Until then, grab a drink, grab a snack, and let's dive into the future of Blood Trail VR. Alright, so first off, I'm not gonna cover what's already been released. That's kinda redundant. The updates that you've probably already are familiar with, I'm just gonna breeze through them. Things like the big gore update, I mean, yeah, we've seen it all, we've played it all, we love it. But, moving on. Let's get into what the devs are working on right now. Update 2. So, as of right now, there are no melee enemies, only shooters, which means I've been handing out guns to NPCs like Oprah. Everybody gets a gun. But in this update, they're gonna finally reintroduce melee enemies with an overhauled AI and some deeper movesets, so we're no longer getting the same guy that throws the same punch. Plus, we're gonna get new voice lines. That means more screams, more squeals, and more immersion. Honestly, I rarely give the NPCs weapons, because why bother? But hey, maybe giving them melee weapons will actually make it a fair fight. Maybe. Now the next part, update 3. This one is all about the player and the weapon physics. They don't really dive into any specifics, but they mention fixing common issues. So I'm guessing things like the hand models, you know, maybe the shotgun refusing to pump, or the fact that you can't drop a weapon and hold one in your offhand. Not to mention trying to grab NPCs with two hands at once. That's literally impossible. Maybe things like a sprint button, you know, Wendigo is basically running slower than I do when I'm trying to avoid getting to work. They've definitely got some stuff to fix. They're working on better gunplay, better recoil, and better knife physics. I'll get into the new guns in just a minute, but first, let's talk about the future content and story mode. After these big updates, they're gonna drop new content periodically. We're talking new guns, new maps, and updates to existing maps. Once those are stable for the main branch, they're gonna shift their focus to the actual story mode. The story's gonna be released in chapters for early access players, and it's where we'll get most of the main chunk of the game. While we're playing this, we can unlock more features and content as we play through it. So think of new maps for the arena mode, new guns to use. Think of it as the Blood Trail binge watch experience, right? You can either buy the game now and play the chapters as they arrive, or you can wait until 1.0 and play all the chapters at once. So yeah, basically a binge watch experience type thing, except more violent and way less chill. The developers even mention adding things like weapon skins and attachments, so I guess get ready to make your weapon fabulous. I'm not sure if these are actual weapon skins, or maybe reskins, like you have a baseball bat and then the reskin would be a spiked baseball bat or something like that. I'm not sure. Now full release, that's gonna happen when they drop the final chapter of the story mode. So yeah, that's gonna be official 1.0 release, and the devs said they appreciate our patience, our support, feedback, you know the deal. But here's what you're probably sticking around for, so let's talk about the new guns. The developers have confirmed a whole bunch of new weapons, and here's what we can expect in Blood Trail. Instead of giving us actual gun models, we're getting the caliber of the ammo that we're using. So we're getting semi-auto pistols in 22 long rifle. That's basically like a plinking gun, right? Like a squirrel gun, I guess. 25 ACP, Honestly, boys, I'm not a gun guy. I don't know anything about guns. I'm not American. I'm from Belgium. I don't know anything about guns. So the next one is a 4.65 millimeter. Yeah, do with that what you want. And 45 ACP, which is a 1911, I think. 45 ACP. Yeah, I played DayZ once. 45 ACP is a 1911. They're also bringing double action revolvers in, so a 41 Magnum, not the 44, but the 41. And a 380, which is a smaller pistol, if I'm not mistaken. Then there's a sniper rifle, but the ammo type is redacted, so go ahead and make your guesses in the comments, guys. I'm not sure. They might go realistic and take like a Mosin with 7.62, or maybe they go full on ballistic and just make it a 50 cal. Who knows? Next up, for shotguns, we got a 12 gauge semi-auto, maybe a Saiga or an AA-12, I'm not sure. A sawed-off, that could be anything. Could be a sawed-off pump shotgun, could be a sawed-off double barrel. And they also add that they will have slugs and a buckshot variety. Alright, next, rifles. 5.56. 5.56 is just an M4 round, I guess. 5.56 could mean anything, right? There's a lot of rifles that shoot 5.56. 30-06. Yeah, I know nothing about guns, boys. Help me out with this in the comments. And an SMG that shoots 9mm compact. I was thinking it was the MP5 at first, but I think that shoots 9mm parabellum. I'm not sure. Again, I'm gonna repeat myself here 1,000 times. Please correct me in the comments about these guns and stuff. Alright, then lastly, attachments will include things like optics, suppressors, and extended mags. Ooh. So that means you can put a red dot sight and a suppressor and an extended mag on that 12 gauge semi-auto Saiga. Or maybe it's a Benelli whatever. Benelli M4 semi-auto, I think. I'm not sure. As I said, I don't know a lot about guns. Those are all the guns though. Those are all the calibers they mentioned. And for you melee enthusiasts, a stun gun, pool cue, a trash can lid, and many, many more. I think they're gonna fill the levels up with props that we can then use as melee items. That's what the trash can lid makes me think of. Anyway, if they add all of that, I'm sure I'll be a very, very happy little camper. But, you know, if I could add anything, I've talked about this with a couple people on the Steam discussion pages and on Discord before. Maybe they could add a black market system where if you take down an NPC, maybe they drop a bag of crack, or maybe you accidentally chop out a kidney, then you bring that home in your little ammo pouch, or you could have a special kidney pouch, whatever, and sell that kidney for cash, so you can get some extra attachments. I mean, why not? It would add some entrepreneurial spirit to the game. Oh, and one more thing. A Glock with a switch. Devs, please. Please make it happen. Please. But if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave that comment with your question for the devs below. Maybe I can get an interview going. You know, the more feedback I get, the more likely I can snag a little interview. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you really enjoyed the video. Hope you're all caught up now. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.